We're back in the game. Hello. Welcome.
And biscuits.
And biscuits. Drew's got biscuits. I'm jealous. Very jealous. Thank you for joining us again. It's Roll for Mischief time. The name of the game is Volohine, Winds of War. The name of this episode, episode 13, is The Dust of Hope. When we last left our characters, they had snuck back into Twin Harbor, getting rather good at doing that these days, sneaking into the city. They found a way through some smugglers' tunnels to go under the city to the docks using some clever spells. They started walking across the water and they're headed toward this ship where their old friend Hillophax is currently held captive by Agrian, who is Leodin and Eridu's father. And we were
We don't like
we don't like it very much. So we're walking across the water, and then the last thing that happened before the break was people had started to notice that there was these whirlpools that were happening below the surface of the water, like 20 feet below the surface. And there's no way that could go bad, right? No
It's
way.
probably fine. It's probably nothing.
It's just fine. So with that being
It's just
said,
butterflies and smiles and all the good things.
exactly. So with that being said, take it away, Drew.
I won't take a sip of water then.
Or do.
Yeah, just milk it. Okay, you guys have got to a point where you could just walk up some steps back onto the dock. Just like in most docks, there are sets of steps going down to the water, just in case it's like low tide. You have not been affected by these whirlpools below the water. But those of you who have journeyed on the water will know that nothing like this happens without affecting the surface, unless there are magical shenanigans afoot.
Shenanigans.
It's unnatural. The sailors that are preparing their ship to go also feel this. They are concerned that this is an unnatural development. But none of them have seen you. You managed to arrive at the docks. There are, again, on this side as well, dinghies that are stacked up on top of each other, ready to be picked up and thrown onto the water for sailing. Well, not sailing, rowing. Lots of crates and barrels and things stacked up. There's a massive net holding onto a few crates attached to a winch that leads up to a bridge that goes over the top. The boat that you are wanting to aim towards, to head towards, is the nearest one to you. So that ship is between you and this other passenger ship that's currently being loaded up. There are no enemies as far as you can see on this side. Looks like you're free and clear to go to the ship. The only other thing to impart is Emily reminding everyone that Rue mentioned something about bells tolling.
Yes, I was asking Emily a very specific question about that at some point, which was, what are tower chimes?
And Emily will let him know that that's the there's a clock tower in the center of the city that chimes out at certain hours. Usually every 3 hours. It'll just let you know when it's exactly midday, when it's mid-morning, afternoon, midnight.
And which he informed her that we have until the tower chimes.
Sorry, say again?
He'll just let her know at that point that we have until the tower chimes. But she's the only person he's told about that.
Hmm.
I mean, I presume that's something to do with mid-morning, but I don't know why Rue knows that. Well, there's also partly that he said that he knows Twin Harbour stuff, so maybe there's something he knows about the Fells. Who knows?
It's
He didn't
just
tell us,
something
so
he heard.
you know.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So then the question is, are we just going to storm onto the boat and start, like, attacking Agrian, or are we going to have an actual plan?
Do we try sneak on? Are there windows? Are they like? Is there any way of?
I mean, we could probably just go onto the boat whilst still invisible and then be like, aha!
We're not. We didn't cast invisibility. We've just been
Yep.
doing it stealth.
Yeah, but we
Oh, I
could.
see.
But we could be invisible. And I
can
think
cast invisible if you want.
I think that's the best option for sure. As we get close enough to the boat, cast invisibility, just get up around, try and go below decks as quickly as we can while we are invisible. Take Agrian by surprise if we can.
Like the only problem with that is I think I can only get 4 people max.
That's fine. Egner will volunteer to not be invisible.
What? Why?
Because he's, Egner.
Okay, but do you have like disguise?
Yeah, but that kind of...
Actually, yeah, he does.
So could you disguise yourself as like a sailor instead or something?
Yeah, I can be some grimy deckhand for sure.
Well, when we were looking around in that particular boat, were there other people other than Adrian and Halifax there? Were there drow? Were
No.
there...
There was no one else on
It
that
was
ship.
completely... Okay, so even if a grimy sailor starts climbing up onto that boat,
Gonna look
presumably that he wouldn't look like he belongs there.
weird. I mean,
Emily will offer to stay on the dock and keep a lookout.
Okay, sorted.
All right.
Then it's decided.
So we're
There we
just
go.
gonna invisible-fy ourselves. We're gonna climb onto the boat. We're gonna suddenly appear in front of Agrian and just start wailing on him. Is that the plan?
I
If
thought,
he has magic,
I mean,
I'll punch his magic
One of us
away.
will go anti-Halifax, but
as Leah is, saying all of this with a kind of probably a tone of like uncertainty, Agner will just will say, "I thought you wanted to kill him. This is the most direct way to do that."
right. Yeah. Yes. Of course. Obviously.
Look, if you want to have some words with him before it comes to blows, I'm sure
I don't
there
need
will
to.
be the opportunity for that as well.
If you don't want to talk to him, then the best bet is to just try and show up behind him and all of the everything we've got at once on him and not give him a chance to react. But he did seem to potentially notice that scrying eye, so he might already expect something. And he might be able to see invisibility. That's the chance. So,
We got to be
prepare
ready for anything.
everything.
We got to prepare for everything because he's not stupid. I'll say that much.
No.
I've prepared this plan and this plan, and they will do the punching of all of the magics away from him. I promise.
Definitely some anxiety kind of coming around and uncertainty for sure from Leah, but I think everyone except Rue is probably able to recognize it, the
If
source
we-
of it.
Feeling that, I'm going to kind of quietly say to Leah, if you can, you probably need to kind of keep that under control as much as possible because he will sense you before we're even there. Deep
If-
breaths. Deep breaths. It's fine.
Mhm. Yep, just deep breaths.
And as you're taking deep breaths, so will I.
apparently don't want to waste one of my precious little spell slots, but she'd be sorely tempted to cast Calm Emotions on herself. But maybe she'll just have to be like, nope, I gotta do this the hard way. I gotta do this on my own. And just breathe.
It is okay, Leah. We are calm. We are dear friends.
You know it.
Aw.
Hmm.
She'll put a hand on Rue's arm and then take it off and say thank you.
He will drop his mouth open into a smile.
That's a face, all right.
All right.
Hey,
Let's do this.
do the thing.
I cast a spell.
Woo!
Means I have to touch everyone. My touch on Agner is like the lightest, barely fingertips touching him.
Mm-hmm.
Egner just grunts in response.
Makes me so mad.
Okay.
We're invisible.
So everyone's invisible.
Everyone's invisible.
We have magic on us. Is this dangerous? Do
We're
I need
fine.
to remove it?
Nope. Please
Oh.
don't.
Okay.
It's a lot of my energy to do this.
Oh, it is your magic. Then
Yes.
I will caress my own invisible arm. Good magic.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Where is everyone?
So,
Oh, God.
how is everyone getting into the ship? There are some. What do they call them now? Windows on boats that are round.
Portals?
Portals.
There we go. Them.
Well,
Yeah.
the
Them.
first thing I'm doing is just using my ability to detect magic because, aside from the invisible people, I need to know what else is there that's magical.
For certain.
In that case, yes, you will detect magic. Is it only within 30 feet of you or 60 feet?
It is whatever the detect magic spell says.
It's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you'll detect some magic coming from the water, but
Right.
the wood of the ship is too thick for you to see into the ship.
Okay. It will last for the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
Hey, magic is in the water. Can you tell that? Just
I will
while we're at it.
sidle in a direction that I think someone is, and very quietly, loudly say, "The water is magic. I don't want to punch it."
Don't touch it. We'll just go.
Okay, don't go in there. Water, it's bad, all bad, always bad.
So glad we didn't send him down to the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so climbing up onto the ship and just walking below deck, or
That's what Egner thinks is the best
Yeah,
idea.
Climb into it the way one normally climbs into a ship.
Can I check for traps as we go? Like, not taking loads of time, but just to make sure there's no like tripwires or anything's gonna set off an alarm or something.
give me a quick investigation check.
Oh, that's not good. 10. I might flash of genius myself. Because I'm a bit worried about that. I don't know. No, it's 10. I'm just gonna go. It's 10.
10.
All right.
You see the ramp leading up to the ship. Doesn't seem to be anywhere to put traps there. When you get to the top, you've got that sort of side railing of wood either side. You have a look around. Doesn't seem to be any tripwires. Walking through, you don't set anything off. And then you see the main set of stairs descending down into the depths of the ship with a simple door blocking it off. Having a look around that door, You don't see any sign of trap or tampering at all.
Can I...
Are we still using the same stealth checks we rolled earlier?
For the time being,
We're invisible.
you're invisible, and so I hadn't thought about the sound of your footprints.
Oh, okay.
It will be a different stealth check if you're wanting to move silently.
Yeah.
Are we doing that?
Well, I think we should.
Pass-
Because otherwise it's like a war
Passive
pod.
will still be active.
Okay.
May as well. But no
That's
advantage on this one, just a single roll.
Yeah, just a single roll, but I did roll a 2 on his perception.
Nice.
I got a good solid 15
I got
because I rolled a 4.
I got 23. Wow.
14,
27.
27.
Sorry, 20.
Okay.
So
Everyone
Rue
sneaks-
has been trying to kind of keep a track of where everyone is at since they all went invisible, and he's sort of figured out where Ellie is. He's familiar enough with her to like pick up the little sounds she's making, but has completely lost both Egner and Leah.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. Egner knows where everyone is.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Leah has no idea where anyone is, but she's just blindly hoping that everything will be fine.
Okay.
Catch the door with the spell with detect magic.
The door is not emanating any sort of magic.
And don't waste your spell slots because I've already got that going.
No, I just meant have you check like
Oh,
you
okay, yeah.
personally since you already have it on. Should we go in? Is the door locked?
Well, I mean, seeing Ellie kind of hesitate, Rue will just take this as his cue to like be the brave and courageous one because he trusts her and move towards the door. And I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say Agner probably also is doing a similar thing.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Getting to the door, Rue will like walk straight into Agner.
Agner will hold back a curse and just kind of, put an awkward hand on Rue's back as if to say like, "Oh no, you. Oh no, please, you go." But Agner's got a plan. Essentially, he's assuming that Rue will probably just knock the door down, and he wants to ready an action. As soon as the door is open, or he knocks it down, or makes our presence known, or whatever, Agner's going to use the power within Talon's blade to hallow the area.
How is Leah feeling at the moment?
Tense. She did try to get the anxiety under control so that it wouldn't hit everyone else. She's feeling a very large sense of anticipation of and feeling like she knows what she's going to do. Maybe a little eager for the fight.
All right. So when Rue bumps into Agner and Agner puts a hand on his shoulder, he can just feel Rue's whole body physically just jump a little bit. By the way, because these Warforged are made by dwarves, I've just assumed that they are shorter than actual canonized Eberron Warforged. So I'm gonna go with Rue's probably about 5'5". So he's likely shorter than Agner.
He's just a
Taller than me.
He's shorter than Leah too.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably gonna be shorter than most people.
That's pretty funny.
5'7".
But you stand him up next to a dwarf, and he's probably a head taller than they are, maybe even more than that. And so he'll kind of not really quietly say, "Who's that? Are you an enemy?"
Just go ahead, Rue. Just go.
Wait,
Of course.
wait. Don't break the door down.
Okay, of course not. That would not be polite. and then...
Don't knock.
Ah, you couldn't see.
I
Ruth-
made you. I know
Ruth's
you.
invisible. His hand is poised at the door, ready to knock.
I would like to go and try and stealthily check if this door is locked.
Trying the handle of the door, it is not locked.
Going to very, very slowly open it a crack.
It is dark inside.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Adrian's waiting for us at this point. But...
Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to.
Just to confirm, Agner, you're using Talon's blade here.
That's the plan.
Door is open. Talon that blade.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna.
Do we know for sure that the other side of this door is the room where Halifax is, though?
No, it's likely not.
Right.
This door will lead to a set of stairs. It'll lead down to one level. There'll be another set of stairs at the far end, which will lead you down to the level where they are.
Okay, well, I think then we should just try and carefully go down the stairs. Like, the Talon's blade, will it do the whole shit?
I think so because
It's a radius of up to 60 feet, so
Yeah.
120 foot diameter.
yes, which is
So below.
pretty big.
Yeah,
It's, above, below, all over.
This is a schooner. This is not a massive galley, you know.
For sure.
Well, I guess, like, it's whether you think he's already 100% is already knows that we're here. Because he'll know that. As soon as you do that, he'll know that that's happening.
I mean, I, as player, am positive that he already knows we're here. But I don't know if Leah has thought that.
This, Egner just says quietly, "This will ensure that he will not be able to get away from us."
He's not listening to Ellie, is he, anyway? So, let's face it, probably actively do it, because she said.
Egner does believe that this is tactically the best move. If Egrian is hip to our presence, then this will ensure that he can't try and do some contingency plan to get away from us.
Okay.
So Egner's gonna do it. He's gonna take Talon's blade out of its sheath slowly, as to not make the whole ching sound that it would otherwise, and which doesn't matter because he's got to do something kind of loud anyway to use it. He's gonna take it in both hands and stab it into the floor, the boards of the ship below him. So there's this resounding thunk as Talon's blade stabs into the wood, and he uses Hallow, and all over the place, all over the ship, he uses the option called extra-dimensional interference. Affected creatures can't move or travel using teleportation or by extra-dimensional or interplanar means.
Can you make us the exceptions to that?
Please.
Yeah, I can actually.
Yes,
Yeah, I can. So,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
word. So he does that, and then he encourages everyone, let's go, quickly.
Okay. Go quickly.
Alright.
So, permit me a brief moment here.
Sure.
Adrian had a bomb that was going to blow up a large section of the city. Maybe even the whole thing. Just gonna level it. Through the actions of you, the players, you stopped that from happening.
Good.
Adrian, I feel, is almost becoming like an avatar of me as a GM in this particular episode. So he has a backup plan that involves specifically summoning a Marid and controlling a whole bunch of water elementals to, again, attack and level the city while he makes his escape. Hallow specifically stops him from summoning the married at high tide, which is midday.
Oh.
Drew, need we remind you, you are the one who gave this tool
I
to
was
Kyle.
just gonna
I
say
did.
that.
I did.
You are the one who knows he has it and keeps on making these plans.
Yes.
Now, I will say, Agrian doesn't. But come on, man.
Oh my
You
goodness.
gotta do better.
Oh, golden moment.
I don't.
Golden.
For some reason, I don't know why, but this episode it seems to be almost like a Benny Hill type thing. It's just everything's going on. Anyway, while I am chasing my own tail, let's return. So, stabbing Talon's blade into the deck, you then feel this wave of warm air move over you as you feel the entire ship being hallowed by this. Would the hallowed move with the ship? I'm going to say it will.
I think it would, yeah.
You head down below. Who's going through first? Who's head of the party?
Agner should go first.
Okay.
Or Rue. Rue could go first. Someone who's not as squishy as me.
Rue will reach out and take Agner's hand, and they will skip together. Going first. Oh, now I'm just playing me and Kyle. Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, no, yeah.
Too real.
I think that Rue and Agner, both in their zeal, will go simultaneously.
Yep. Egner will emphatically knock a door down.
Mm-hmm.
So, kicking the door open, moving through, Rue will immediately feel a tug at his foot.
Is it magic?
A tripwire.
Yeah.
As
What?
he
Nothing.
feels that tug,
Nope.
you then hear the sound of metal clanging against metal, and a whole bunch of small, sharp things tumble out of a bucket on top of you, drawn down towards a stone strip at your feet. These are very sharp shards of metal dragged down towards a magnet.
Fancy.
Yes. Rue, I'm going to ask for a dexterity saving throw for both you and Aigner.
Oh, our strong suits. Look at us. We're gonna
Look at us. We got
jump around all nimbly bimbly like a cat from tree to tree.
Well-
Oh, are you guys ready for this?
Here goes nothing.
Oh no.
4.
5. I did slightly better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And the competition between Agner and Rue continues.
Both of you get stuck for 24 points of piercing damage.
Oh. Okay.
Ah.
Sorry, slashing, not piercing.
Word. Okay. That's all right. I'll take it.
Oh, Rue's special ability says he takes no damage.
Very funny.
I said snow damage. That's what upon getting hit with these things, Rue is going to say it's not actually my turn to react. I'm sorry.
Egner can't help it. He will yell, "Fuck!"
Sick.
Rue will also in turn yell, but with a lot more hesitation, "Fuck!"
You
I just-
just hear Ellie slapping her hand against her face.
Hey, I just taught Rue a new word.
Oh no.
Fuck!
He's gonna be like a child just wandering around yelling it randomly.
Fuck!
Oh, yeah. Well,
You'll then hear Adrian's voice booming from down the corridor. Come into my parlor.
I shout back,
Fuck.
um, I shout back. I was making bear traps when I was 2.
That's cute.
We're not going to stop
He
anymore,
does
clearly.
not respond. He just
No. That means I
does
won.
continuing in.
Check for traps.
Mhm.
I will step forward and check for traps now as we go down. Invisibly, pointedly looking at the two. They can't see me, but it's fine. I know I'm doing it.
I'll say that Rue, because he can see magic, will be able to see like vague glowy outlines of each person.
That's pretty
He'll
cool.
see the
that's
magic cast
that
upon
would have
them.
been super helpful earlier when I was like, he lost track of everyone. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Well, now that obviously it's very obvious that Agrian knows we are here, and knows that multiple of us are here. Leah will actually quickly say, "I'll go first and try to draw his attention."
Or I will go very slightly ahead of you and check for traps, and then I'll step aside so you can go to him if
Okay.
you want. But
I'm preparing to do the enthrall spell while I'm
Ooh.
doing that. So
traps. Do you want to roll?
It'd be investigation.
Crit again.
Oh wow. You're trying to
Yeah.
prove something?
I mean, always. But
She's trying to prove that Agner needs her in his life.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
He needs to stop being such a butt.
So, pushing to the front, sneaking down the snaps, the snaps? Step.
These are special steps that Agrian has created. The snaps.
The snaps.
Oh, jeez. I swear it was just a 2-drink minimum. Right. So, sneaking down the steps, casting your eyes to either side as the light begins to dwindle down into the depths of this boat, you find that there are no signs of any tampering on the steps at all. However, at the base, the floorboards look vastly different. You can tell that the boards have been replaced or something's been put upon them. These are not the original boards at the foot of the steps. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anywhere else to step.
I will whisper to Rue. Can you see if these are magical?
Look down. Do they look
They're
magical?
not magical.
Right, okay.
It looks like this is a mundane trap.
Does it look like anything? It's every floorboard though, isn't it? It's not something I could try and dismantle.
So these steps go down. There's like a 5-foot bit of floor, which you can see is a different shade of plank, and then it's a quick loop around a corner.
Okay.
So from your position, you can't see what the rest of the corridor is like.
Okay. Well, I'll attempt to stop everyone and say the floor is trapped. I think.
we can try and like jump past it, or is that going to be
There's a corner, so we can't see what's around the corner.
right?
And also, jumping around the corner is hard.
yes.
I mean, I have spider climb, but I think that's concentration, and that will take off something else's concentration.
And we'll no longer be invisible.
I mean,
yes.
he already knows we're here.
Right. Although if you all stayed invisible while I drew his attention, that would probably be a useful thing to keep going. So I don't know.
Can I want to try and activate the trap without standing on it. Like, can I like a long stick or something?
Where's our
I don't
10-foot
know
pole?
Yeah, right.
Every adventuring party is supposed to have a 10-foot pole.
I have a regular staff.
There you go.
Can I borrow the staff and like try and like put weight on the floorboard and see what happens?
Yeah. So give me a strength Trek. You can add your athletics if you're proficient.
I mean, I am, but. Oh, okay. 21.
Nice. So as you gently prod these boards, nothing occurs, and then as you slowly increase the pressure, you start to hear this sort of ratcheting sound. And as you're pressing it down, the boards descend lower and lower until eventually you hear a spring go, and a blade swoops around the corner and bangs into the bottom step. It looks like a sharp blade that would have cut your feet off when you stepped.
Awesome.
It then slowly
Can I
reset.
grab hold of the? Can I try and grab hold of the blade before it moves away?
Yeah, give me a quick dexterity ability check. As long as you beat a 15, you good.
14.
No, no.
I'll allow you to succeed on a 14 if you take D8 damage from like catching your hand on the blade, like being not quite fast enough. Yeah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. That's an 8.
That's fine. I figured it probably would end up being.
Yeah. I mean,
My look.
ooh, I can move my camera now, so I can show.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. The benefits of not having my laptop. You managed to grab a hold of this blade, unfortunately grabbing it by the blade as it's trying to move away. So you've now stopped that. If you've got... do you have these tools?
Yeah, I have like every tool. I can just make tools.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
one of my abilities.
If you want to make an intelligence-based thieves tool use check, you can try and
What do-
disarm
what-
the trap entirely.
What do you add to that? What's thieves' tools?
Well, if you're proficient in thieves tools, you add your proficiency. If you're not, then just intelligence mod.
But is it both? If you are.
Yes, if you're proficient in it, it will be intelligence and your proficiency.
What's proficiency?
Should be like +5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15. Oh, why it's taking me. My brain.
It's alright. It's late, it's fine. You managed to get one of your tools into the sort of swing arm mechanism bit. The sort of, what is it? The hinge, there we go. And separate the arm from it, effectively disarming the entire thing. You can still step on the board, you can still hear the ratcheting, but now all that happens is a small bit of the hinge in the wall just swings. There's no arm attached to it now.
Cool.
You also now have a handy dandy like cleaver.
Cool.
All right.
Awesome.
Badass, as usual.
Peering around the corner, it looks as though the rest of the corridor is safe. There's no more of these pressure pads.
Is
Looks
the
like that
floor
was
still
the next-
lava?
No.
At some point, Leah will want the invisibility to drop, I think. Before she goes in, even, maybe. I'm not sure. But she'll want it gone so she can draw Agrian's attention either way.
All right. You go, girls. Rue and I will stay behind for a second.
If you get hurt, we will
Sure.
fix you.
Yeah, you can try.
It's just harder to fix.
Then Leah will ask Ellie to drop the invisibility, and then she will go and open the door.
Do I need to drop it on everyone at once, or can she
Oh,
not?
I don't know. That's true.
Can I do it just
We'll
on...
say no. We'll say that you'll be able to like selectively drop it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop it on Leah, and then Well, we can all go then, surely.
Yeah, sure.
You get to the end of the corridor. There's doors to your left and right leading to other cabins in this boat. But you get to the end because you want to get to the door, to the stairs. Opening the door, you're then greeted by a tall, mostly decayed person. They have very greasy-looking skin, like they've been underwater for a long time. They're somewhat corpulent and bloated. Half their face has rotted away. You can see small maggots eating away at their face. You can hear them sort of slurping and slapping around. And his eyes, while entirely blanked out, sort of roll around as if looking for you. His
Thanks.
jaw distends, and he lets out a low groan.
Thanks, I hate it.
He says, "This is not how you should greet your daughter." And then also she's gonna try to like move in such a way that it's not gonna do something terrible to her, because again, with the lack of armor.
I'm going to say that everyone should go into initiative at this point.
Yeah,
Hey!
Initiative.
Hiya!
that's stupid.
Yeah, Agner rolling awful on initiative as usual. Oh, I still beat Leah? Yay!
Oh, but if I count my bonus, then I got this.
Okay, alright.
Got my first crit of the night.
Oh my god!
I got a 16.
I mean, it's only +2, so 22.
Wow.
22.
So, for a little bit of a inside joke and a time saver while we're looking at that.
Oh, okay. You got dispel
I was just
magic,
doodling with
and you're
fists.
Dispelling.
But I think
Magic.
someone will notice this right here.
I
I gave it eyeballs, but it's supposed to be a crowbar.
Yeah,
Yes.
looks like a crowbar
Oh.
with eyes.
That's a callback of some kind.
That's a major callback to like back when On was beating up a dirt wall with a crowbar.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Very first
So
episode.
that's great. Your crowbar with eyes reminds me a bit of Clippy.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
that's what
Clippy
I was
also.
thinking of.
Hey, it looks like you're trying to dispel magic. Would you like help?
Right? Oh man. Now if I ever get like a companion, like a familiar, it's got to be a crowbar that's just animate.
I feel like that's our first T-shirt design.
Yeah.
And then it says, "I feel like try to dispel magic."
Oh, that's great.
But yes, first off, we do have Ellie. Ellie gets quick off the mark. You've got this weird drowned zombie type thing blocking the top of the stairs leading down.
Well, I'm just gonna.
Stab it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stab it.
These corridors are about 8 feet wide, so you can fit two abreast. Leah said that she was at the front. You can move up next to her, but you'll only be able to use a piercing weapon. Slashing and bludgeoning weapons, you won't have the room to swing them without Leah moving back.
I don't know what type.
What weapon is it?
Well, it's a sunblade. It's a long sword, I guess, but it's.
It's the lightsaber. So you just hold the hilt out and turn it on.
It is slashing, so you'd get disadvantage on the attack roll.
Well, that's fine.
Well, you already have disadvantage on the attack roll because they're all exhausted and shit.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
Oh shit! I've not been a.
Oh, all of these times.
All these crits,
Yeah.
every single one of them
Oh my
probably
God,
shouldn't
that's
have happened.
Oh, that's right.
We all
Oh,
forgot.
that's funny. We all forgot.
We all
It's
forgot.
true.
Okay, my computer's on really weird.
Hey, you're a little frozen, but we can hear you.
Okay, I mean,
Just do your
it
thing.
just seems to, I can't see my stuff because.
Oh
it's
no.
weird. I can see a bit of it, so I'll just roll a thing and then I'll try to sort it out. It's not my turn.
look that though for you.
Yeah,
It's okay.
we can
I
all
can
pull up
see-
your stuff.
I can see it a little bit. What is that number? Oh, okay. What do I add to it?
You have a plus 12 with your side blade.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Holy
14.
shit, plus 12?
Yep.
Damn.
He got us his weapon. What do you think?
That's a fair point.
That does hit.
And then it's a
1d8 plus 7 damage.
yeah. I can see that bit. I just couldn't see the how much I have.
Oh, right.
8 radiant damage, or so badly. And then I can attack again. Higher is like 20.
Okay.
11 radiant damage. And I'm gonna do arcane jolt through it, which I can't remember exactly what it is, but I think it's I don't know if it's D6 or D4.
I'll look it up for you.
I'm looking it up. Arcane Jolt is 2d6 force damage.
Yeah. Okay. 7 force damage.
Okay.
I might drop out, but I'll be back.
Okay.
Sure,
It's alright.
As you swing your blade in awkward and cramped conditions, you swipe down at this being, and whatever magics Adrian has used to summon, create, or enchant this thing have somehow seemingly made it immune to physical damage. Your blade moving right through it as if it's a ghost.
It's
The
a
blade
sunblade, isn't it?
striking
Is
the
that
deck
magic?
as you draw it back.
Yeah, it is magic. It's
Yes.
Magic radiant
in fact,
damage.
Rue can see that it is magic, but it'll take a round or two for you to determine exactly what school of magic is going on.
No. The point I was getting at is the sunblade is a radiant, as a magic weapon that does radiant damage.
Yes,
Okay.
it still doesn't.
and it looks entirely unharmed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it also unharmed by the force damage?
It is also unharmed by the force damage.
How obnoxious.
Rue, it is now your action.
So I am seeing damage coming at this creature and not do anything.
Mhm.
I can you dispel magic.
And the creature is imbued with magic. Just I can
Yeah.
see that right off the bat, but I can't make out right from my first observation exactly what kind of magic this is. Okay.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to do what I do best, which is not be physically aware that people are in my way.
I've just double checked with detect magic. It is just an action for you to determine the exact school of magic.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But I'm just going to move forward and attempt to punch the thing, not realizing that, other invisible. No, I can see them now. Damn it, that's right.
Yes.
I can see them. Okay, so I know that Ellie is in my way, and I know Leah's in the way because she's visible.
So you can still try and punch through them.
I
They're
could.
just providing a small amount of cover to this thing.
I'm going to look over at Agner, who I can see clearly now, but he can't see me. And I'm going to say, I think I'm strong enough. Agner, I would like to pick you up and stab the creature with you. Hold out your sword.
Wow. There's
You'll
a-
have to
Is your strength at least 13?
His strength is 17.
You know what? There is going to be no disadvantage. You're just not going to get your proficiency modifier for attacking with Eigner because you're not proficient with Eigner.
I disagree. Because in this moment, Agner is an improvised weapon, and I am a tavern brawler. I am proficient with improvised weapons.
Then yes, you are proficient with an Eigner.
Oh, you're out DMing the DM. Oh my god.
Oh my god! All right.
Hey, we have 2 carries. We have two carries. Better than
I
one
laughed
carry. Having
so
2
much that I'm
carries.
lightheaded. Okay, so
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
picking you up, holding you above my head, and jamming you at this creature.
sure.
Are you fighting me?
What I was gonna say is that there are so many things that Egner could say in response, but he really doesn't have the time or the mental energy to like be snappy about it. So he'll just say, "Do what you got to do, Rue."
Okay. Is there any place on this creature that's more concentrated with magic, by chance? Also,
No. It seems that he's entirely coated in it.
Okay. Yeah. So jamming Agner forward with my first Agnery attack. That is not great. That's a 13.
13 would hit.
13 hits. Okay. Only a D4 because he's improvised. But is it considered magic? Because I'm hoping he's holding his sword out.
Oh, I'm definitely holding the sword out.
Alright.
Yes, I'd say so.
Okay. So that's 5 damage because I'm neither critting nor raging.
So
And,
Eigner himself will go through and like into the chest of this thing, and as you do so, be glad that you're blind, but you can hear all of these icky, wet, soppy sounds. You then swing very low to the ground and then are hoisted back up by Rue, brought back to a ready position. But yeah, you just went on a quick roller coaster swing.
I'm going to jab at this thing one more time. And that is a higher than I rolled before, so 17.
Then yes, would hit.
And 5 more damage.
Again, Eigner going right through this thing. It is almost as if this thing is a ghost.
Alright.
Eigner and Leoden, you both got a 3. Between the two of you, decide who is going first. This can chop and change round to round.
I think Egner's going to take the initiative, if that's cool, because he was down to be an improvised weapon at first, and then it actually happened, and now he's just so over it. He's so over it. So he just growls to Rue, let me down, let me down. And he,
I will unceremoniously drop you.
Egner scrambles to his feet. At the same time, he's reaching around in his pockets that he has situated around his armor, and he finally finds his wooden carved holy symbol of Yorana, and he holds it in his hand and thrusts it forward because, you know, he smelled the stench and the rotting flesh and heard the maggots creeping around and everything, and he thinks he knows exactly what to do. So he's going to use Channel Divinity, Turn Undead, which actually this might be the first time that he's ever done that. It might be. It might just be. I also have Destroy Undead, which is probably not going to work because that's only for CR 1/2 or lower. But God, where's the text for Turn Undead? Why
It has to make a wisdom save above your DC, and then it has to spend the next minute moving as far away from you as possible. It can only use its action to perform the dash action.
Is true. So my save DC is definitely 16. Huh.
And just hypothetically, what would happen if it failed?
It is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage, You must spend your turns trying to move as far away from me as you can. Can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. Cannot take reactions. And for your action, you can only take the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
As the corridor fills with your holy light for a brief moment, you hear a terrified, strange shriek of horror as its jaw continues to lower itself down. You can see the vocal cords clenching in its half-decayed throat. Specifically Leah and Rue and Ellie. It then shimmers, vibrates, and then stands a little taller, almost a little braver. And you can all hear another of these creatures behind you.
Okay. Wait, so it didn't run away?
It didn't run away.
What the funk? Okay, well, that's my turn. Because that was an action.
Leah.
Leah's gonna do something kind of stupid. Based on what she saw Rue just do with Egner. And she's gonna try and just charge straight through the ghost to the other side.
Could you give me an intelligence ability check, please?
Okay, sure. She's not that smart. 7.
Are you proficient in investigation at all?
Probably not. Nope.
Okay.
I've got perception, though.
No, that's fine. As you move through this creature, it makes no move to try and stop you, but as you're passing through it, you can really taste all of it. It is this putrid, dead thing that has just been made translucent, and you're able to move through it, but you can feel the ectoplasm. And as you move to the other side of it, looking down the steps, you see another one of these creatures crawling on its hands and knees slowly up the stairs, making this sustained croaking, groaning sound.
Fun. I'm going to keep trying to move forward and maybe jump over it.
All right. Give me either an athletics or acrobatics skill check. So strength or dex. Dealer's choice.
I mean, acrobatics, definitely, although still not beautiful. And that's not beautiful. That'd be a 9.
All right. So as you go to jump over this, the roof above you is a little shorter than you anticipated. You bang your head, collapse down, and land in this thing.
Oh.
You can see one of these maggots drilling through the skin, getting closer to you on the inside of this thing's body.
Oh, so gross. Oh, I'm so grossed out.
Yes. And you are now prone, so you can spend the last bit of your movement just standing up, but that's you out of movement.
Fine, I'll just do it. But
Okay.
Probably everyone around me is just feeling really grossed out right now, even if they don't know why. Ugh.
No, I'm feeling grossed out. I mean, I went through the thing, too. I know how gross it is, you know?
You then hear Adrian's voice, a little deeper, a little more echoey, coming from seemingly all around you, Leah. Although everyone else just hears it as like this distant down the stairs voice. You should not have come into my parlor. But flies often do, annoying things that they are. Do not disappoint me, daughter.
I have something that you need to know, Father. That's what I'm here for.
Can it not wait, dear daughter? I have a ceremony to perform.
You'll need to hear this. In person.
I think that'll be enough speech for a 6-second period. So on next round, you can try and continue this conversation. Ellie.
Yeah. Also, I will point out, I've done all rolls wrong because I only have 2 levels, so I can roll attacks normally, just not ability checks. So I've literally done it completely backwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
However,
that's how exhausted you are. You're so confused.
I'd like to do this for free, if possible. Can I try and check, see if these things are actually real, or if it's just an image and sound and smell projected?
I mean, I bet if you use the action associated with detect magic, you'd be able to tell exactly what school is going on.
Yeah, but I don't want to use an action. I want to do it for free.
You can't do it for free. As an action, you can do an intelligence investigation check to see if these things are illusions or ghosts. And it'll involve some physical interaction.
I'm just gonna presume that they're not real. I'm gonna bother checking what they are. And I think I'm gonna cast. Still invisible though, aren't I? But there's probably no point doing blink actually.
Can't do blink anyway because of Kyle's spell.
Well, he left us out of it.
Oh, that's right.
He accepted it.
I'm just gonna action dash charge through them
Cool.
and get as far as I can. I've got half speed, so.
So yeah,
30 feet.
charging forward 30 feet, as impressive as it is. So yes, you charge right through the first one, feeling icky, feeling the smell of these things on you, and you charge past Leah on the steps as well. Or rather, catch up to side by side, move 30 feet. So yes, you'll catch up to Leah on the steps. She's near the bottom. Again, it has a swift swish around the corner. And so at the bottom of the steps, you can't see into the next room just yet.
Yeah, I've got nothing. That's it.
Okay. Rue.
Well, I'm going to use my action to determine exactly what type of magic these things are.
You sense this school of illusion.
Oh, yeah.
And no other schools of magic.
Then I'm going to look at it and go, oh, well, that's just funny. And then I'm going to pick up Agner. Yeah, you stood up, didn't you? And I'm going to push Agner forward as I walk. Don't worry, they aren't even here. And then walk right through it.
Okay, then.
Huh. Just a thing occurred to me. While Rue used Aigner to attack Aigner would have remained invisible because he wasn't the one performing the attack. So it would have just been like an invisible Aigner baton.
It's getting
That's
more
just-
and more interesting.
Yeah. Yes, I think by this point, everyone's visible now because everyone's attacked and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Perfect.
Igner did his thingy. Yeah, that's true.
yes, or cast a spell. Well, it's using a spell slot thing. Anyway,
I'm visible.
it's
It's
not a
cool.
spell slot thing. It's yeah. You know what? I don't think turning undead counts as an attack or a spell. So Aigner can still be invisible.
That's
Yeah,
a special action.
sure. Sure.
It's its own special thing. Okay, so that was Ellie. That was Rue. Rue just marching down the stairs, stuck behind Leah and Ellie at the moment. Aigner and Leah, it is your enemy initiative.
Well, Agner, not to be denied, and showing that he is a big, bad, awesome person that can take care of the problem or whatever, he's gonna dispel magic.
Hey.
Agner casts Dispel Magic on the illusion right in front of him, so any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends, if it's 4th level or higher, I gotta make a check.
Is cast using 4th level or higher, so you need to make a check.
Okay, so the DC is 10 plus the spell's level, and I have a +3 with my Wisdom modifier, and what do I roll? 14 plus 3, 17. That's pretty good,
Excellent.
man. That's pretty dang
That is enough.
good. That's the first time I think that Agner has successfully dispelled magic, but every other time he's just assumed that it worked. So this is like no big deal because he's like, oh yeah, I do this all the time, but it's actually the first time that it's worked.
Yeah, clutching onto your holy symbol tightly for a moment, holding your hand out like Neo at the end of Matrix Reloaded. Just a wave expands from Aigner, and these things dissolve into nothingness on the floor. Dis-
Oh look, and now they're gone.
Yeah, you're welcome.
They were still gross.
Thank you. They were a major concern of mine. They were not pleasant to look at.
Yeah, they smell even
Leah.
worse.
That is an impressive illusion for it to smell.
Unless someone tells me not to, I'm just going to keep moving forward.
Go for it.
And around the corner. And hopefully there aren't any further traps, because at this point, there's probably more traps, aren't there?
Yep. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I mean, she didn't stop me, and I'm visible, so she would have seen me move forward. She didn't say anything, so.
It's
I mean,
all
well,
Ellie's fault.
yeah, whatever.
Dexterity saving throw.
Roll
like-
it.
What kind of
You
saving throw?
only learn Dex.
Dexterity.
Dex.
My pet peeve as a DM is when players trigger traps and then try to work their way out of dealing with the trigger
But I
trap.
didn't really trigger the trap, though.
I'm taking it. I trigger that trap. It was an 18.
An 18. So yeah, you step down and you immediately hear that familiar ratcheting sound that you heard before when it was placed in an almost identical position. So as you pull your foot up, the swinging blade strikes. You've moved your foot out of the way, but not before it manages to just catch you, cutting your leg slightly, and you take half the damage. You take 3 points of damage.
Okay, I can deal with that.
But yeah, you're able to continue going around the corner anyway. As you round the corner, you see that there's Agrian and Halifax. Halifax strapped to the wall as he was before, and beneath Halifax is a hole cut into the deck, You can see there's water splashing around. It's covering the bottom of the deck with a thin film of it. It's constantly lapping up. There are these green gems wrapped around his hand, and he's also grabbed this small tincture, the small bottle of liquid, and he started putting drops into his eyes.
This is just what Leah sees because she's gone down first?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Well, now is the time that I am going to do enthrall, because I want him to stay focused on me for the next minute.
Oh.
And so, do you want me to read out loud what that does?
Enthrall. You weave a distracting string of words, causing creatures of your choice that you can see within range that can hear you to make a wisdom saving throw. Any creature that can't be charmed succeeds on this saving throw automatically. And if you or your companions are fighting a creature, it has advantage on the save. I believe it would get advantage anyway because of the Fey ancestry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm pretty sure.
I think
So-
I agree it is an it at this point.
roll number 1.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
Oh dear, the 20? Oh dear.
Roll number. Oh wow! Roll number 2.
What?
Oh,
What is it?
Is it a 4? Is that a 1?
It's a 1.
Oh, interesting.
Well, this is.
Well, with advantage, not disadvantage, unfortunately.
Yeah, for sure.
But
He's still gonna yell at him a bunch, so.
Do it.
Right, so she's gonna step forward and say, I don't know what you think you're doing, but you killed your son. And in that moment, she's going to believe it.
Shit.
then it happens now. He then cracks one of the gemstones in his hand, and darkness flows from it and fills the entire chamber. For a brief moment, you see his eyes glow a deep red, and it then disappears, fades into the blackness.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Ellie.
Huh.
Shit.
Okay. Well, I come round the corner. I guess I can't see anything now.
Yep, it is pitch black. The moment you round that corner, just darkness.
I mean,
Even Leah can't see into this darkness.
Right.
Get Agner down there. Darkness doesn't matter shit to him.
And you got some, like, magical light thing, too.
I don't think that'll.
Yeah.
I don't think light's gonna go through this somehow. He's magic light.
Magical darkness.
Gonna look at Leah. Like, what do we do? What's the plan?
Try to kill him. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, although, like, he can still do stuff with disadvantage, surely. So, if I was trying to hit him or something.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a sword made out of light. It might do something. It might be visible. Who knows?
I mean, I've got the sword out.
Oh, it's already out.
I
Okay.
presume not. Still can't see anything. I'm trying to think quickly. Okay, then. I mean, this might hit Halifax, but
He's behind
not
it.
having any other like thought of what I can do. I'm gonna take out like I don't know, like an arrow. I don't know if I really have arrows, but like a dagger maybe. And I'm gonna throw it into the air, and I'm gonna cast Conjure Barrage.
Don't you still have that spinning blade from the trap?
I mean, yeah, I could probably use that. Non-magical weapon.
Ooh, using his traps against him. I love it.
Yeah, let's do that. It creates a cone of identical weapons that shoot forward and then dissipate. Each creature in a 60-foot cone has a dex save.
Buzz saws, buzz saws, buzz saws.
Right. Yeah, you know, let's do these saves.
Oh, poor Halifax.
I'm going to say Halifax automatically fails, because I think that's the case when it comes to restrained.
Easily.
Yep.
So, rolled an 18.
My save is 18.
So just saves. Is there a like halfway damage condition,
Yeah.
or is it?
It's,
Yeah.
You take half if you fail.
You would
Cool.
take half if you succeed.
Yeah, so whatever.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Give me that half damage.
17 total. Whatever half 17 is, I can't do that much.
Cool. That'll be 8. Right. So he's taken 8 damage from this barrage of trap blades that hurl into the darkness and disappear from your view. You hear the sounds of these blades slicing up everything in that room, barrels and crates getting blades stuck in them, smashing to pieces. You hear some splashing of water, and then a brief moment of silence. We're going to end the session today there.
All right.
All right. Gotta end on Ellie being a badass and throwing a bunch of blades all over the place. Yeah, it's getting complicated as usual here on Roll for Mischief. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're back on a regular schedule, so if you want to tune in again, tune in. Same bat time, same bat channel, 12 to 3. It's an old Batman reference. Yeah, you know, it's like old school. But yeah, 12 to 3 on Tuesdays. That's Pacific time. Tell your friends. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye!